Alright, hello YouTube. You can see I've made some good progress on my cavalry, though not as much as I would like. I still have to paint all the hooves for all the horses. But for the horses, actually, that's all that needs to be done other than the commander's animal skin that he is riding on. I haven't decided. I'm probably going to... I think typically it was a wild cat, like say a panther or a leopard or a tiger. I don't think at this point for the Pyrrhic army a tiger is actually acceptable, at least not from a historical aspect for my ideas. So I may look at painting it like leopard spots or something like that. We'll see what happens. It may end up being gray and a wolf hide just because that's easy. I do have the pikemen out because I was making their metal bases. Of course, those bases have not been primed or sanded to make them look like, you know, something more than a piece of roofing tile with the Warhammer Fantasy Battle plastic base on the bottom. If you'll look actually at this one, you can see I used Gorilla Glue to glue the Fantasy Battle bit onto the bottom, and made one miscalculation in that I made the bases big enough for 4 guys to be back-to-back 20 millimeter, forgetting that the actual pike bases are about 44-45 millimeters deep and only 40 millimeters wide. You can see they're a little rectangular maybe. And so when I build the other 2 divisions of foot for the 8 other bases of pikemen and hoplites, I am just going to cut the Fantasy Battle board to go as far back on the metal sheet as I need, because that will reduce miscalculations. Secondly, the Gorilla Glue. Since the glue expands, you think you have the right amount of glue on there, and then it just squishes out and causes all sorts of problems. So don't use Gorilla Glue for that sort of thing. I think I'm going to use my welding epoxy, which I did use for securing the howdahs to the top of the elephants and the elephants onto their bases. You can see it looks messy on the inside, but since there'll be 2 guys standing inside there, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, the elephants are waiting for a good day to prime. I actually ordered a lacquer primer that I can run through my airbrush, which I may prime them with, just because I'm tired of it's either too cold or too humid here to prime, and that's a lot out in there. Haven't started any on my cavalry men because I've been working on the horses. Wanted to get them all done and based so I can just drill holes into the horses and put the cavalry on. I may wait till I get the cavalrymen all the way on before I base them, though, because of logistics. But the cavalry are going to be interesting to paint. Did I just loosen that guy's spear? I just did. I'm going to have to get some more. Oh, the trials of a wargamer. But I haven't painted them, and I'll need to find a way to hang on to them, because I can't really hold their legs while I paint them, so I think I'm going to go ahead and drill the holes and leave a long pin, like a paper clip, hanging out the bottom so I can hold on to them, or stick them into a piece of cork and paint. We'll have to see. But in other news, the carrot at the end of the stick to get my Pyrrhic army all the way finished has arrived, and that is this thing, the Millennium Falcon 172 Fine Molds Kit, which, as you can see, it is huge. And let's put it down and see if we can get a better look at it. Here we go, and again you can see it a little better in my laundry room. And look at how big this kit is. It's huge. I mean, this will be the actual size of the thing once it's done, which is impressive enough that they send a picture of the actual model to actual size. Making a mess, not good cinematography, but I'm not going for an Oscar. But again, you can see the top of the Falcon's about 18 inches long and about a foot wide. But look at all the little holes on the top where pegs for different pieces are going to go on to the ship. You know, there's some 800 different pieces for this kit. It's got 2 separate boxes of sprues. The instructions, you know, this is, from everything that I have seen, the instructions take about takes at least a month for a very good modeler to build. So I'm expecting at least 2 months, maybe 3 for me to get it done. I mean, look at these instructions. 800 pieces. Oh man, it's going to be awesome. But I'm even planning on getting the lighting kits and the aftermarket stuff to put into this to get it all done. But I will not let myself do any work at all on it until my entire Pyrrhic of Epirus army is complete. Oh, look at all the little figures that come with it. Han and Leia and Luke and stormtroopers. Look at the decals. Look at this. But anyway, this was an extravagance that I allowed myself. Look at the sprues. I may do a big unboxing of this later, so we can look, well, when I look at it, plan on filming the whole thing. Anyway, hope you guys are having fun, and I hope you didn't get too bored with this little off-subject video. Y'all have a good day. Adios.